Story: The Secret of the Forest Glade. Chapter 1. The Path to the Unknown. It was an early summer morning when three friends, Max, Kate, and Sasha, went on a hike into the ancient forest near their village. The forest was famous for its density and mysteries. They said rare birds and animals lived here, and sometimes, among the trees, you could hear the music of the wind, as if nature itself was telling stories. The children walked along a narrow path framed by ferns and wildflowers. The air was fresh and filled with the scents of pine and wet earth after yesterday's rain. Kate carefully examined the tree leaves and occasionally stopped to photograph butterflies. Max, the oldest and most experienced, told his friends which forest plants were edible and which ones were best avoided. Sasha listened carefully, constantly looking around and trying not to miss a single sound. Suddenly, the sound of a stream appeared. The path led the kids to a small forest river with no bridge across it. The water flowed clear and cold, surrounded by stones and old tree roots. "Let's walk along the bank, maybe we'll find a place easier to cross," Max said. They followed the river and soon found a log lying right across the water. Kate cautiously stepped onto the log, balancing with her hands. The water shimmered in the sunlight, and somewhere in the depths, the forest seemed to sigh. Chapter 2. Meeting the forest. Crossing the river, the friends found themselves in the densest part of the forest. Sunlight barely penetrated here except through scattered rays. The air grew more humid, and forest birds began to sing. Sasha noticed a strange gleam among the bushes and went to look. There on the ground lay a small stone with an unusual shape and strange markings. Some resembled drawings, maybe left long ago by people or even animals. Meanwhile, Kate noticed ripe clusters of berries on the bushes. They looked edible, and Max gave permission to pick some for a snack. While they ate, a gentle wind blew, and the whisper of leaves seemed to play in their ears. Max said that the wind was the forest's voice, telling its stories if you listened carefully. Suddenly Sasha spotted movement in the bushes. It was a fox with a thick red coat. She looked at the children and, fearless, walked deeper into the thicket as if inviting them to follow. Chapter 3. The Secret Glade. The friends followed the fox, who ran swiftly over the soft moss. After a few minutes, they came out to a bright glade surrounded by tall fir trees. In the center stood a large tree with low branches, as if inviting them to rest beneath its wide crown. Under the tree lay an old wooden box. The children carefully opened it and found inside a note with a riddle. "I hold the breath of summers and the rustle of leaves. In my arms hide the secrets of ages. Find me, and the forest will reveal its mysteries." Kate suggested it was a call to find the oldest tree in the forest, possibly the heart of this magical place. Chapter 4. The Heart of the Forest. Walking further, the children approached a huge oak, raising its mighty branches to the sky. Its bark was carved with the marks of time, while its roots twisted thickly around each other. Max placed a hand on the tree trunk, and suddenly a clear crack sounded around them. The earth trembled slightly, and tiny fireflies appeared from behind the tree, swirling in the air like golden sparks. Kate realized the forest was alive. It was happy to see guests who appreciate and listen to it. They sat on the moss by the oak's roots and shared stories and dreams. Chapter 5. Returning home. When the sun began to set, the friends understood it was time to return. However, the forest no longer seemed just a collection of trees. It was a living world full of mysteries and wonders. The fox disappeared into the shadows, reminding them that the forest always had a place for those who respect nature. Returning along the path to the village, the children followed the stream, listened to the rustle of leaves, and sang simple songs filled with gratitude to this green kingdom. Epilogue. Back home, Max, Kate, and Sasha knew the forest would forever remain in their hearts as a place of magic, friendship, and discovery. And whenever they needed peace and inspiration, they simply closed their eyes and heard the whisper of the forest.